Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Karen and welcome to Karen's Budget and Plan. Today I want to talk about creating a weekly budget. So I received some messages in my previous videos asking me that I can share my method of how I create our weekly budget. So just to give you a little bit of background into me and my family, we are a family of 3. We live in Ireland, and I'm a stay-at-home mum. I don't receive any income. I do receive a very minute payment from Google for my YouTube and my blog once a month. That's mainly like €200 or less. And then we rely on Robert. He gets paid on a weekly basis. Every Thursday he gets paid, and that's what we live off. That's what we pay our bills off of. That's how we feed ourselves. Everything is just off Robert's payment, or Robert's salary, Robert's pay, whatever you want to call it. So I want to share with you what I do to come up with a weekly budget and how I manage to cover all of our expenses. So the first thing I want you to do is write down all of your expenses. So these are the numbers that they come out of your bank. These are the bills that you have to pay because you've entered some sort of contract with them. So we have the gym, our TV license. We have to pay a TV license here in Ireland. Our rent is €1,113. Our electric, we need electric in order to keep the lights on in our house. We don't have any utilities. They are included in our rent. Our gas is included. Our heating is included in our rent costs. I have Amazon Prime, I have Netflix, our phones. So we have two mobile phones, and our internet for €135. Sky TV, which is like a cable TV, for €56, and then Amazon Music for $3.99. So they are everything that we have that we're using. So basically that adds up to a total of €1,465.73 is what that adds up to. So once you have that wrote down, what I have found completely amazing for me is marking your bills out into the month. So you can see here the exact dates that these bills are due. So I have all of these marked out in my planner. But you don't need a planner. Don't go out and spend extra money, especially if you are in debt, if you have any debt. Just get a blank piece of paper or just go through your bills. But basically what I do is I try to get a blank piece of paper, or if you have a calendar, and you can just write out. So like for instance, this is the one I did on my bullet journal back in, I want to say May or June. It was July because actually we went on holidays. And I just wrote down, I just marked out. You don't need the stickers to make it look fancy. Don't be going buying stickers, especially if you're in debt. So just mark out the month as it looks in the calendar. Or you can print out a sheet from the internet. Or yeah, as I said, this is just done with pencil. I marked it out, and then I marked each of the times that I had a bill come out. And this has really helped me because it just helps me visualize it so much better. I then mark out our paydays. So you can see this one here is the one I get from Google I mentioned. So I mark out our paydays, and I know what needs to be paid on what dates, and I use the paydays to help me with that. So this is it. This is what I have. Okay, so then I'm just going to get a blank piece of paper here, and I'm going to try and do this neatly. And I am going to just mark. It doesn't need to be perfect. So then we have, so Robert gets paid, his next payday is the 15th of August. And then I just use a ruler width for that. So then we have the 22nd of August, the 29th, the 5th of September, the 12th of September, the 19th, and the 26th of September. So I'm just going to do out the rest of this month and the whole of the next month. And then basically I'm using these. So this one should appear before that one. I wrote these down by the date. So let's see, the gym. The gym is due on the 1st of the month. So we have 3 paydays until the gym has to be paid. The gym is 28 euros, and then you divide it by the 3 paydays that you have, so it's 9.33. So then I would just get my pen and I'd write 9.33, 9.33, and then 9.34 to make it an even 28 euros. And then for the next month you have 4 paydays to make up that 28 euros that you need. And this is like the basic simple way. So it'd be 7 euros, 7 euros, 7 euros, 7 euros. And that is what you're going to do for all of these things. Then we have TV license. The TV license is due in the 2nd. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this out, 13.33, because I just think that that's an okay amount for me to do. The next is the rent. 1,113 euros is what we pay, and it's due the 3rd of the month. We have 3 paydays to pay this, so we need to ensure we have 371 euros ready and waiting for that. Then the next month there'll be 4 pay periods before it's due again, so we would have 278.25. These first 2 months, or especially the first month, are going to be the worst months for you because you're trying to get yourself into a new habit. The next one is the electric. The electric is due around the 5th or sometimes the 6th. So I'm just going to include, I'm just going to do 4. So it's 70 euro a month I pay. And I'm going to say every week I'm going to put away 17.50 and allocate that to the electric. Now, an easy way to do this, our electric is like prepay. I can just pay it whenever. That's just how it is in this apartment. So I can't control it. I can't change who the supplier is. So my electric could technically be a cash envelope, so I could take that out in cash. But everything else here I have to pay via my bank. So there's nothing I can really do about it. Just keep that money in our bank. So the same with Amazon. Amazon Prime is due on the 9th, so I could just take that out here. 9.30. Our phones and internet are due on the 10th, so we have 135 euros divided by 4 is 33.75. I'm just trying to do this as quickly as I can just to show you guys, and then you'll follow that on for the next month because there'll be 4 pay periods again, including the first one of October, before our phones and internet are due. We have Netflix at $7.99 and Netflix is due on the 17th. So what I'm just going to do is that will be due this week, so $7.99, and then it'll also be due this one, $7.99. Sky TV is due on the 24th, so that's 56 euros. So I would just do the 56 euros divided by the 2 and get 28 euros. So for the next 2 weeks we have to pay 28 euros, but then before it arrives again we have 4 pay periods, so it would be 14 euro a week. Then the final one is Amazon Music, which is due on the 26th. So So I'm putting this on the 19th because it is due on the 26th, and that just cuts it a little bit too close, even though it is $3.99. So they will be everything. So then you just get your ruler and you tot up how much it's going to be. Be good if I finished the rest of it, wouldn't it? Okay, so sorry, I'm just making sure I have everything. Okay, so now we just tot up everything for the week. So 933, 371, 1750, 3375, 799, 28 euros, 467 euros 57 cents. So you continue on and you tot up everything else. Okay, so you can see I have added up all of these. Certainly these first 3 weeks, so the remainder of August, are going to be the worst weeks because you're trying to get in your biggest payment, or I'm trying to get in my biggest payment, which is my rent, which is due on the 3rd. So we're going to be 467 euros 53, 463 57, and 458 92. But once we get to October, where we can basically do everything over the 4 pay periods, because these here are going to be for September's, like this payment here is going to be for September's rent payment, and then these one is going to be for October's rent payment. So you can see we're going to 359.80, 358.49, 354.49, 363.83. So once you get to that point, you will know how much your wages is. So let's say it's 600 euros. So let's say every week you get 600 euros. Now, if you're one of these people whose wage fluctuates, go with the lower amount of what you're expecting. So if you're like, oh, I usually get 500 euros, but then I always work a couple of hours overtime, just go with what your base wage is. So if you have 600 euros, that first week, it's going to be 132 euros 43 cents left. And from that amount, you need to consider what you need. And obviously, for us, the most important things are food. We always need food, and we always need petrol. So if I only had 132 euros 43 left, I'd need to consider how much I need to spend on food and how much I need to spend on petrol. And these, especially for these first 3 weeks, are going to be really tight. You're literally only going to be able to cover your bills, have food, and have petrol. And that's basically going to be it, because especially if you only earn 600, you're always going to only have 130 euros or thereabouts left. So you need to think about how much realistically you are able to spend on food. And for me, because I've been doing this for a while, I know that I spend 100 to 110 euros per week on food. So because I only have 132 euros and 43 cents left, I'm just going to say I'm spending 100 on groceries, remaining 32, 43 going to petrol for the week. And the same, this one, 100 on groceries, with 36.43 to petrol. And then 100 on grocery, 40 euro on petrol, which leaves you with €1.08 remaining that week. Now obviously this is you saying everything you need to do in order to meet your budget. You have basically signed something with these companies to say that you're in a contract. For me, the gym, we can't get out of that contract unless we pay our way out of it. The TV license, it's an amount that needs to be paid every single month if we have a TV or watch TV on our laptop or on a TV here in Ireland. The rent, we need to live here. We can't. We've just signed a 12-month lease for 1,133 per month. We need to pay that. If we don't, we're going to get kicked out and we're going to be homeless. Electric, we could essentially spend less on our electric. We could like turn off all of the electric during the day and like really cut down on the electric we use. But again, this is the amount that we put in ourselves. We allocate 70 euro per month because after living here for 5 years and being on a metered electric, I know that 70 euros will get us through for approximately 32 days. Amazon Prime, obviously I could cut out Amazon Prime. Netflix, I could cut out Netflix. Our phones and internet, I could certainly ring them and see if they will change the amount. We are in contract with them, so there's a chance that they won't do anything for us. The same with the Sky TV, we're in contract with them. But these two areas are certainly something that I can look at reducing. And the same with Amazon Prime, I could just cut that out. So essentially, this one, and this one could go. And that will give us an extra €21.28. But that is going to be something that I do next time in the next one. But I just wanted to share with you how I budget out our expenses for the month and then use what remaining money we have on the two areas that we need, which are grocery and petrol. Groceries because we gotta eat, and petrol because Robert uses his motorbike to get to work and that gets him there. And then Ava, I need to use that to bring her around. We could walk obviously because it's still summer, but school is starting in 2 weeks and I will need to drive her to school. But yeah, those are the areas. That's how I do it for the expenses, and I hope that helps somebody a little bit. I'm going to be doing another video where I talk about saving up sinking funds and using cash envelopes and that sort of stuff. So I hope that this video has provided somebody with some insight on how you can get on with your expenses, how you can budget them out weekly, how you basically save up every week towards paying that. And if you have any questions at all, please do leave them down below and I will get back to you with that. But that's it guys. Thank you so much for watching and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.